Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Again, this is Saturday, August 28th, 2021. Welcome to the Keeping It Real Conversations with Sunshine podcast. I am your host, Camila, aka Sunshine. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so, like and share. Again, it's the name of the show, Keeping It Real Conversations with Sunshine. We are currently live on my Facebook page, Sunshine Camila, Kamela. Also, we are live on Spotify, GrooveRadioDetroit.com, Twitch, Mixcloud, you name it, we own it. Also, I am so excited for today. I was speaking some things earlier, not realizing that it was about to happen sooner than I thought. And this right now, I went back in between conversations, and this episode right now is my 100th episode. And so I am so excited that I get to celebrate it with a major co-host, and he will be on shortly, but I get to celebrate it with someone major. Also, as I always say, my motto is, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You are one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny. And again, it has been proven over and over again since the show has begun.
Hey.
Hey.
What's happening?
I can hear you, but I can't see you. So as you guys can see, well, you can't see, but you can hear. My guest has arrived. I'm so geeked. Hello.
What's happening? Hold on. Let me see. There you go.
You good?
I'm all the way good. How you?
I can't complain. I'm so excited. So I've already did my intro. So everybody, I want you guys to welcome Griff to the show. Yeah.
What up?
I'm so excited, for one, to have Griff on the show. Two, I was going back in between this last episode, and I was counting, and I was like, well, the 100 episode is coming up soon. And I wonder what I'm going to do. I don't know who I was going to be with. And come to find out, this episode right here,
I'm the 100th,
is the 100th episode.
Nice.
Crazy.
Look at God.
Look at it. Look at it. I was not expecting that at all. But we're going to celebrate. And we're going to have a good time. If I cheese too much, just let me know.
You feel like cheesing? That's your business. Go ahead. Wipe your camera screen.
Woo. Jeez. So I named yours Fearless. Let me make sure that's what I said. And I was thinking also the importance of accepting your differences, your own unique voice, and not being fearful. So Griff, how long you been doing I guess radio personality, hosting.
I've been doing comedy today. I'm a comedian, so I've been doing comedy today for 26 years, 5 months, and 2 weeks, and I've been doing radio for the last 20 years.
Mm. So how did you get into that
Comedy or radio? I
comedy?
wanted to be a comedian since I was 3 years old.
Why that? You just thought it was funny, or you saw Richard Pryor or something?
I I had no backup plan since I was three. I was gonna be a comedian, like when I grew up. Like all my teachers knew, all my I just it's something that God made me, and it's really the only thing I know. I'm a communicator, so God just made me an amazing communicator, and comedy is just a little peek into it.
Wow, so you had no backup plan. So all this time that was the focus.
Oh yeah, I want you can ask anybody who grew up with me. By the time I was a third or fourth grader, the teachers was like, "He gonna be a comedian." Like it was, and I never met one until I became one. So it's really weird how I just had this vision of being something my whole life, and just worked towards it, and just became it. It manifested it. I've said it over and over. I figure if you have the worst life, if all I saw was anger and rage and horribleness, then it had to be a polar opposite, and that's what I just focused on my whole life.
I can't even say that I'm impressed. It's like God keeps showing me in different people's lives that's been on the show that um what we see as children, what we speak truly manifest.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. I don't know. I just feel like God put, I had to he made me a comedian, but I had to see some pretty horrible things growing up. So I get it kind of honest if that makes sense.
So I know with other people, I'm trying to remember what comedian was where they said basically they came from seeing their parents being abusive to each other. There was alcohol in the home, and
That's
that,
all comedians' testimony. we
right,
all
they
we
seen
all
something.
pretty much jilted human beings that learn how to find the happy in it all.
Did you in those moments growing up, did you find yourself having to go through counseling?
Oh yeah, I've been in hella therapy. I've been trust me. I'm a fan of laying on a couch. Everybody should.
Wow. That's another thing that I wanted to bring out too. Not knowing your background story, a lot of times that I don't know why we have this stigma that stay away from the couch, don't go to counseling, figure it
That's
out
because black
yourself.
people don't know what they talking about overall. So, this coming from the same people that say, I heard if you go to New York, you're gonna get mugged. Right at the airport at TSA. Like, I don't be flying because they be so once you grow up and you understand that your parents and the people that's close to you really don't know everything, then you be all right.
So I also saw no fear. So how did you have any moments where the door was shut in your face or you were told no?
Oh my! I mean, that's I'm an entertainer, so I've been hearing no. I done heard more no's than I have yeses, but no's don't hurt my feeling. I just feel like if someone say no, they wasn't the right person to talk to.
Mhm.
So it doesn't discourage me. It actually just makes me go find the right person who actually has a no because I know what I'm talking about. So whenever I get to the right person, they're gonna be able to receive it.
Absolutely. And that's good too, because a lot of people shun away or they stop when they are told no. Um, or it's something negative. Like they said, just because it was denied doesn't mean or delayed doesn't mean it's not going to happen.
Right.
So how did the whole conversation go with ending up with the spot with Erica Campbell?
I was on Radio One in Atlanta. I was on a hip hop station before Ricky Smiley went syndicated, and they just remembered me. Kobe Cole called me in May 2016, or actually April the 17th, 19th of April 2016, and told me we might have something for you, a syndicated opportunity. He didn't say anything else except, the first thing I said is, what we gonna do different than Yolanda Adams? And he was like, oh, it's gonna be a different show. I just thought it was gonna be a different day part, like from 10 to 3, because I know Darlene McCoy was syndicated and Willie Moore Jr. So I figured, oh, they probably giving us like 10 to 3 or whoever I'm gonna be matched up with, which ain't bad. It ain't the best slot in radio, but you can work it if it's syndicated, so but to find out it was with Erica Campbell and we was replacing Yolanda Adams, that was just that was out the blue.
Right. I know a lot of people at first wasn't too receptive of that because it's Yolanda. And with any change, people, gonna say whatever they're gonna say against it. But you guys, on my way, wherever I'm going, I'm listening to you guys' radio show and to my thing, reaching out to you was a breeze. Like sometimes you have all these people, you like, okay, reach out to this person, this person, this person, and maybe we'll get back to you. And it wasn't like that. And I'm like, wow, that was a testament to God that, when it's your time, it's your time.
Right. I'm easy. If my mama find out I'm acting Hollywood, I feel like I'm gonna get whooped. So, I try to respond to everybody I can, and try to do as many interviews and stuff. When I can. Like today, I'm going on a picnic with my wife, and then I got to take a COVID test. So my Saturday is a little pressed, but we're gonna have fun.
Absolutely. And plus, now that I realize that this is my 100th episode, we definitely got to turn it up.
You the one laying on the couch all comfortable.
I ain't laying on the couch. I'm sitting on the couch.
Well,
This is what I do. This is from my home. I found out that once I did this, people are more receptive of doing it when it's.
Are we live right now?
Yes, we super live.
On what? Why can't I see comments on stuff? On what?
We're live on my Facebook page.
Which is Camilla Foster?
The Sunshine Camila.
Oh, that's why I can't find it. Okay.
Sunshine Kamela.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
You show.
Yeah, I got it right here. Yep.
And we're live on the radio. We are live on Spotify and YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to put it on my page and stuff too.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
All right, I'm sweet.
So everybody is receptive of being in your own space. So I found it that it was easier to be on my own couch and chopping it up with whomever.
And where are you from?
Detroit.
What part?
What part of Detroit?
Yeah.
The east side.
Okay. You live by Mandy's?
No.
Okay.
I'm like, where we going with this?
Oh no, I know Detroit very well. My family from 7 Miles to Halen. I got hella cousins in Ypsi. My auntie used to live in Rochester Hills. Like I started. I was at B's Comedy Kitchen in '97 and Emmanuel Stewart's And all jokes aside, like I know the D hella well.
Wow. No, I'm over
I
here
know
by
y'all
94.
Fago Pop drinking, Better Made
What?
chips, eating
Okay,
barbecue,
let me stop. What Fago?
Coney
What flavor?
Island, eating
What flavor?
barbecue.
No,
But
Fago.
oh, I don't drink soda. I know y'all do though. Red,
Yes.
grape.
Yes, definitely red. I don't know about no grape, but red for sure. Um, Better Made, of course. Best chips ever.
They are.
Um, what was I about to say? I'm over here by 94, Casual and Harper.
Oh, how about that? Yeah, I know the east side. I know the east side good, but all my people live on the west side, so
Boo.
that's what they say about y'all too. I don't live there, so I don't have no funk either way.
That's cool. That is so cool. Um, yes, so how have you been, I guess, receptive of, I guess, the celebrity? Do people know who you are? Like where you go places?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm popular. Yeah, I've been popular for a little while, so they recognize my voice before they recognize my face.
Understandable. It's very unique. That's why I was saying too that we have to accept our differences. Whatever God gave you, you need to use that. So, with that being said, you said they will recognize your voice before knowing exactly who you are.
Like
How
if
does
I'm
that feel?
talking, if I'm in line somewhere, if I'm eating, somebody go, I don't want to bother you, but I listen to y'all. Or, I lived in Atlanta. I was on radio for decades there. So, I've been doing comedy for a long time. So I put in the work.
Absolutely. That's really good. What would you say to a person who's trying to get into comedy these days?
Just get on 1,000 stages, get on as many stages as you can, karaoke stages and country western bar stages and mainstream, like as many stages as you can because it comes with repetition.
Hmm. Did you ever have any shows where you felt like you bombed?
I had hella shows that I bombed at. I think the last time I got booed was uh July of 2009, maybe. Yeah, yeah, '09. Like a proper boo. Yeah.
So, how do people, or what did you do to overcome that? Like some people might stop at that moment.
We comedians, like the boos don't hurt our feelings. Like you just gotta people want to boo from the first time you go on stage. You just got to make sure that they don't. And when you can't bring them back, it was my fault though. I had a bad spirit. I had drove hella far in the rain trying to get there from Atlanta to Orlando, and it rained the whole time. Like it seemed like it was over my car, and I was like, man, I'm driving 6 hours. It ain't gonna be nobody there. It's all raining. And when I got there, it was packed, like 500 people. Like and I just couldn't shake my bad spirit. So uh that's what I get.
Well, I mean, the lesson learned, of course, we have to be careful of our thoughts in our atmosphere, especially when you're an atmosphere changer. That's what I look at comedians as being atmosphere changers.
Yeah, I just had low self-esteem that night. It's fine. You have it sometimes if you're a comedian. It's like baseball. You can't hit a home run every time you at plate, but when you do, it's awesome.
Wow. Yeah. We all have those moments, and lucky, I mean, blessings for a lot of us who have people who are in our circle who can constantly push you, encourage you, when you have those down moments.
Right.
So with the family, I always tell people, when I talk to you, it's more so the whole person, is not just how I know you. How are you as the balance of the husband, the father, all of that good stuff?
Oh, I balance things well. I'm a Libra, so I'm naturally balanced off gate. My kids are grown. I raised 5 kids. We don't say step kids in my house.
Oh no.
I've raised my baby is 14, my oldest is 30. So, according to my children, I'm the best dad ever. And I'm a newlywed, so just balancing. My wife is just really kind of finding out how popular I am. Like she don't really care about Griff, the comedian and on-air personality and a nonprofit founder and all. She just loved me, but it's a lot that come with just me. So she just now learning it. It's an adjustment. I understand. She's not in this business. She don't want to be in this business. So for me, the adjustment, the balance is never too much of one thing. I think I don't want to never not forget I'm a newlywed and I just got married. So we went to go see Wicked this week, the Broadway play. She's never been to one of those before. Today we going to a park to play cornhole and lay up in a hammock, and we just got a picnic basket and just she's one of the most important things to me, so I just gotta always remind her that. So for me, the balance is easy because my wife don't let me be Griff at the house. Like uh, I'm just, I'm just babe at the crib.
That's good. A lot of times, we hear a lot of the women talk about relationship importance, balance, and things of that nature. So to have
Are
you
you
talk about,
married? You single?
no, I'm married. I'm actually going on a year next month.
Oh, nice! Congratulations. We go on a year, December 30th.
Wow. Yes, September 18th
Oh,
will
nice.
be a year. And I was married before. And I say I did 16 years. But God brought around my first crush, who used to be my neighbor and now my best friend.
Nice.
Yes, so um, doing this and all the other stuff that I do, it's important to have balance. I had a spiritual mom tell me, when you're home and your husband's home, don't answer the phone, don't get on the phone. You spending
That's
some
not
time
very
with,
realistic though, but I get it.
yeah.
That's not very realistic. But that
It
sounds like an
depends.
old lady that don't know social media and is that's not very realistic. But what is realistic is uh do you love social media more than your spouse? Is the question you need to ask yourself. What's more important, with your spouse sitting next to you or you trying to be reading and catching up on stuff? For me it's a little different because I'm always having to it's a lot of information that I have, CNN and news and stuff that we got to report. And me, TJ, Erica, and Brittany, we going back and forth on chats like, hey, yes, let's use this for tomorrow. What about this as a get up poll question? What about, so I get, don't be on your phone, but sometimes you have to. In my house, it wouldn't be realistic to
Right,
not be
right.
on my phone. But my phone stay on do not disturb though. Like I don't get notifications to my phone. I don't reply to people when they text me. It take me 30 minutes or an hour because I don't get notifications on my phone. So when I look at my phone, I go, oh, somebody called me. But I've been like that for 20 something years. So it's not like people say he acting brand new. Like if it's an emergency, don't call me. If you gonna kill yourself, find one more person to call because I'm horrible at returning phone calls and I don't get nothing on my phone like like nothing. Like my wife don't even say call me as soon as possible because you know I'm not. I'm gonna call her when I see that she called, and then like that.
Okay. But that is important. I have been caught laying in the bed, he doing something and I'm doing something, and next thing you know, we both sleeping. We haven't had that moment of being together for the day. We got two different schedules, so everything has to fit in that around that for now. So every time that we have um, definitely have to do something, definitely have to have conversations.
What's the last thing y'all did together?
We're going on the princess boat tonight.
Oh, sweet. That's a dope ride in Detroit.
Yeah,
That's
so
fresh.
we
Oh, sweet.
decided that we were going to take our moms because our moms are both widows. So we were taking them out to the princess boat. So as soon as I get
Y'all
off my
trying to get
last
some
show,
stepfathers?
huh?
Y'all trying to get some stepfathers?
Listen, both our mamas want to get married now. So
Y'all
they,
gonna meet two old
jazzing it
dudes that's
up.
brothers, and it's gonna be a giant family affair. That's dope.
Yes. So they are, putting on the makeups and making sure they got the little, everything together.
Cuting it up.
Yes. Yes.
I love
So
it.
anything is possible.
I love it.
So and before that, we just all came from a big family trip to Great Wolf Lodge. And
What have y'all done by yourself? I said, just
by
y'all two.
ourselves, just dinner.
That don't count. I'm talking about
Oh,
doing something.
nothing.
Exactly. So while you trying to tell people what to do it for yourself. I'm always doing something with my wife. I'm a newlywed. The newlywed part supposed to be for like 3 years. Like I'm not getting comfortable. Like we do stuff every week. We go to the movies at least on Thursday. We sit and watch our TV shows at night.
Oh yeah, we definitely do that.
We work out together. We do a lot. We do a lot. So I always want to include her in my day.
Yeah, now, like I said, we got two different work schedules. So when we do, it is definitely
Boo! Don't nobody want to hear that. Grow up. Work on your relationship better.
thank you, sir. Now, I almost threw something at the computer screen. Thank you.
That's your laptop. Tear it up.
Oh my gosh. Um, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, let's go back to, I think it was on your Instagram page about fear. That's where I got it from. Being fearless. Do you get a chance to go into the schools and give back to the kids?
I haven't been for a couple years now because of COVID, and I really miss it. I speak to kids at jails. I have a nonprofit organization called the Process Success Foundation. So, through that, I'm able to give back and help and mentor young men and young women. And just because of COVID, everything's just been a little slow, but it'll pick back up again when it do, and it's safe. What up, Tanya?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's very important that we as adults share the knowledge that we have with our children.
Not all adults, though. Some of them need to just go be old because you're going to corrupt the kids. You have to be very specific in what you talk to kids about. And I'm always talking to kids about overcoming and being something when they grow up and not having to have school to have it. Because I did not need school to be who I am right now. And school was really a social event for me. It wasn't hard. By my senior year, I had took all my required courses and electives by going to summer school every year since sixth grade. And not because I was dumb, just because there was so much going on
Something
at
to
the
do.
crib. It was just a way to, stay away from the house. And I just happened to be collecting all this education at the same time. So my senior year in high school, I only had one class. And they made
That's
me go to
different.
school all day from 7:30 to 3:30. So the challenge with me is I'm hella smart and I'm a smart ass too. But when I did all the homework and the extra credit, is all you could do is send me to the office, which was awesome because I was cool with all the secretaries and the principal and everything. But at every school I went to 21 different schools growing up. So I stayed in the office, but not really in trouble, just kind of in trouble, but not really because I was so funny and so charming and my work was done. So,
Yeah, so that happens, especially when you're looking for something to, I want to say entertain or keep the kids busy. So I remember um, getting straight A's, but my everybody can't multitask. So I was like the class clown. Everybody else getting in trouble, but they didn't finish their work, but I was finished.
right.
That type
Yeah,
of
I just didn't have a lot of patience with adults and school was kind of dumb and I was not impressed by school. I was calling teachers by their first name, and they was saying, "Hey, don't call me that." And I was like, "In 3 months, you're gonna be Kenny, so don't." I'm a senior, like don't. And then I joined the military right at school, out of school at 17. So I've been kind of grown and on my own for a long time.
So how did you like it in the military?
I got out. I'm not a military. I want to be a comedian. I just joined the military. I joined the army to spite my Marine Corps father. So I should have crashed one of his cars or something. He ain't care. As soon as I told him I was in the army, he said, "Oh, army mean ain't ready for the Marines yet."
Oh my gosh, that is funny. Um, yeah, that's so. How was that? Living in a home, growing up with someone in the military.
It was awful. I could have took being in the military, but the abuse and I try not to villainize. I'm working on not villainizing my father as much anymore because bottom line is he ain't have a dad, and what he didn't know, if he'd have knew better, he would have did better. And mental wellness is something that wasn't spoke of in the 70s and 80s. So I just say he had a bad 80s and 90s, but we hella cool now.
Right. I understand. Um, I think sometimes when, as my mother would always say, children don't come with manuals. And when you're the first one, you're as we say, the guinea pig, trying to figure out why you crying, what you doing this for.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean it's a lot of excuses, but you ain't supposed to harm the babies. That's the bottom line. Like it ain't. I would not like to hear everybody's boring excuses of why they abuse people, and I get it, but it you ain't supposed to hurt the people that's in your house. You're not supposed to. Uh, you are the father. You are the mother. You are the. You know what I'm saying. You are only example of anything, and if you getting abused or you abusing people, like that's traumatizing for children. And black people never talk about the PTSD that they incurred while they was growing up. We just keep going, we just keep
yeah,
going, push it back, keep going, push it back. But the bottom line is the we're blessed with being able to afford the care, the mental health awareness attitude that everybody got right now. When you look at Naomi Osaka and other people, even Simone Biles, like I don't want to. Just I'm cool. I'm rich. I'm wealthy, and y'all on my nerves. Like I love that spirit. I love that. You know, in the end, Simone Biles competes with herself. She just happened to be competing with all them other people around the world, but in the end, she just wanted to be the best Simone Biles she could be. And I think if we concentrate and stay on as a parent, it's things that you're supposed to do and it's things that you're not supposed to do. And, when you cross the line, you are really putting your kids in a place where they might do the same things to somebody
Somebody
else
else.
to
Mhm,
another degree or even worse. So
mhm.
the best thing you could do is the best you can do. You can discipline without abuse for sure. And, you know, uh, and learn every day and thank God for forgiveness and just overseeing these kids because they're your kids, but they really God kids. So I used to say, y'all know y'all ain't really my kids, right? like, like if you want to, we had one that was just off the chain. I used to always tell him 4 out of 5 ain't bad, dog. I'm not mad. It's actually a great average in school and baseball. 4 out of 5 is awesome. Nobody gonna say, man, that's a really bad statistic. 4 out of 5 is 90.
So
So
that one, was that like a mirror of you?
no, he came into my life when he was 11 or like 10, 10 or 11. He just bipolarism. His mom actually didn't tell him that she was the side chick to a dude who was married. So his dad ain't want to be in his life because he was married, and just a lot of drama that ain't have nothing to do with me. And I absolutely did my best, and he still sucked as a kid, and it was not my fault. But he just turned 28 last month. He's doing hella good. I'm real proud of him. And, with time, everything gets better.
Right. When you have consistency showing that somebody really care about you, um, that usually.
Nah, that ain't true. We was doing that every day, and he was still a jerk because it's in his blood. And we should have really sent him to therapy, early, instead of waiting late, and because it definitely wasn't nothing we was doing in the house. I would have took blame for everything that was wrong with my son if my other 4 kids was going through the same thing. It was just him.
Uh-huh.
So and I never took him to the side and said, you ain't even my real son, or he never seen me yell at his mom or raise my voice to his mom or hit his mom. So it was already in him before me. That's him and his mama problems. So I could only do so much. And I absolutely forgave myself. So and kept it moving. But I'm close with all my kids though. All my kids are awesome.
That's good to be close to them. I know some people who can't come to their parents about anything.
Oh no, my 22-year-old daughter was just telling me way too much. Actually, a couple days ago, I was like, "Just this, you TMI, dog." Like, thank you for your boyfriend update, but I ain't need to know half of that. So yeah, I got a great relationship with my kids and my family. So every life is good, man. I have to say I haven't been this happy in my whole life. I'm 50 next month, and God says in the Bible, your latter years will be better and greater than your earlier years, and I just believe I'm in that season. It's like a season of jubilee right now.
That's good. I'm so happy for you. Um, Seeing the whole circle, the balance, with the children, your wife, and that part right there, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Um,
But I'm cool with yesterday was my first wife's birthday, and her and my wife now, and we all in chats, and my last wife I was with, her and my wife talk way more than me and her talk. Like we just all cool because it's all about raising the kids and keeping a village. You know what I'm saying? I'm very cool with my exes. Like I'm very cool. Uh I mean, why wouldn't I be? I don't love them no more. We got kids together. I'm gonna have to see them at weddings, and we got grandbabies. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, I have to see them. Erica was just saying the other day, Erica Campbell was just saying the other day, divorce is like a death. That's actually not true because you see the person again. And you know what I'm saying? When you dead, you don't see the person again. When you divorce, you see the person at 14th birthdays and 16th and 18th and high school graduations and colleges and child support. Like it's a lot. So you might as well, while they're alive, you might as well get cool with them because they ain't going nowhere. Just because y'all went somewhere as a couple, like they ain't going nowhere. And I think the only reason you wouldn't be cool with somebody you used to date or be married to is if you still got feelings for them. Like I don't have no. I'm happy for. I want my ex-wives and my first wife. We was married at 18. She been married. I think she just celebrated 21 years of being married like a couple years ago. So I don't count her life no more as like, you know what I'm saying? As like her partner in life. Like we got kids that's 30 and 28 together though. So I'm cool with him. I don't think you have to I don't think you have to be mean, man. Like it's all gonna work out.
Yeah. I mean, some things it's good to, still be like that. Again, whatever decision or however the children got here, at one point it was something.
All my kids come from families. We was married when they was born. Like
Praise the Lord.
they all
Hallelujah.
fine. Like I'm not a baby daddy and I don't have baby mamas. I got ex-wives who I have children with.
Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. You just made me forget what I was about to say.
You ain't know what you was gonna say. Don't blame it on
what
me.
I was about to say. You said something and then it left. That's what happened.
I've talked to you like my wife. You didn't know what you was gonna say.
I know what I was about to say.
Put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I know what I was about to say. Now give me a minute. It's gonna come back.
That's so long.
So do you have any I always ask this question. Do you have any guilty pleasures that people don't know nothing about?
Nope.
You don't golf? You don't what?
Nope. Golfing ain't a guilty pleasure.
Some people it is. I mean, me sitting
it's just golfing. Guilty pleasure is eating some kind of food at night in a closet when nobody knows, just you and your chocolate. Like that's golfing ain't a guilty pleasure. Who said that? It can't be. It's a sport. It's a proper sport. What's your guilty pleasure? I play football.
You might like that.
Yeah, I don't have any. If golfing is your analogy of a guilty pleasure, I definitely don't have no guilty pleasures.
Yeah. I'm like, it could be some celebrities they like, I don't know, going shopping or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you need to reevaluate that question, but I don't everything I do, I'm transparent. I gotta talk about my whole life every day, Monday through Friday. I ain't got no secrets. Everybody know everything about me. Like I tell everybody my business anyway, so I ain't got no secrets. Even my wife say, "Don't tell nobody this." I'll be like, "I won't," and go right on stage, be like, "Why my wife just said." Yeah.
That's good. Some people, like I said, what was one person? I can't even think right now. But again, back to celebrating the 100 episode of me connecting with people. And today is still just as important to me as the first time I did my first podcast.
Nice.
Of connecting people, sharing information from people living with AIDS, from people being abused, divorced, all types of, from people being in the military to teachers. It doesn't matter. I've always said that everybody has a story to tell. And it's very important for them to be able to have a platform or some type of way that they can tell it.
Right.
We always have people in our circle sometimes that try to explain our life for us. In this platform, you're able to tell your own story. So today, people who might never have known about you, don't know nothing about Erica Campbell, don't know anything about that, they're seeing another side or another part of Griff.
I don't know. I'm the same Griff though. I don't. It's
But
kind
there's
of
people on here that might don't know who you are.
okay.
So this is their first chance to know who Griff is. I'm excited about it because I know who you are. But for somebody else, they don't know.
You right. I don't. I don't that's a way to look at it. How about that? I'll give you that.
So, as far as your travels, how far have your what you do? What is the furthest place you've been? Like continent, country?
I've been to Auckland, New Zealand performing. I've been to South Africa. When I go back there, it'll be my 25th time going in the last 12 years. It's a 17-hour flight from Atlanta. I've done it numerous times, 50 times actually, 48 times. I've been all around the world performing. I lived in Germany for 5 years, so I was all around Europe. Yeah, I'm on my fourth passport. I just got my fourth passport this summer, so I get them stamps, Jack.
Yes, I end up talking to a gentleman yesterday who has touched every continent except one. And he's been some everywhere. He's traveled all 50 states.
I've been to 48 states. I haven't been to Montana or South Dakota.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm late in the game, so that's my goal is to, see the world, travel, because that's all I was doing was working.
It's no
And
time limit. It's no time limit. Of course, COVID right now, there's a lot of different
restrictions.
rules and entry
Mhm.
points and stuff like that, but it'll open back up. It'll, get a passport, go as far as you can instead of going to Miami or, go to Ghana. Go to, you got to go to Africa though.
Yes, and he did talk about that. A couple of the places that he loved. He said one of the places he loved was Ethiopia.
I haven't been to Ethiopia yet. Africa has like 52, 53 countries inside of it. If you could see, it's like states. We call them
Yeah.
states, they call them countries, but pretty much it's 1.3 billion people in Africa. It's only 340 million Americans or something. So you could stick three Americas inside of Africa, like squeeze them in there. It's that much space. So I really appreciate going over there, learning about it, knowing them, having real friends. That South Africa would be the last place I live though.
Hmm. He talked about when I say not fearful of anything. Um, he told us about some excursions where he stayed. You wake up and the animals is right at your door. He's been to Dubai and all of these things. Swam with the sharks and all this. I'm like, some things that you just think that it's just in movies, and when you realize,
I seen a lot, man. Like I keep it's like 4 globes in my house. Like I'm always looking at globes. Like I'm always trying to go where I haven't been. Well, we were supposed to go to Thailand for our anniversary, our anniversary this year to and celebrate New Year's and Christmas in Vietnam and some other, but because of COVID, so I'm right now looking for somewhere else hella far we can go to. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in the States. I don't want to and then I just took my first vaccine shot last Friday. So by the time I go, I
You're
can go
fully,
wherever
yeah,
because I'll have the card.
yeah. I think I've been vaccinated since April
Nice.
of this year, but I did have COVID last year.
Yeah,
So
I've never had COVID. I'm not gonna have COVID. I'm about to take probably my third dozen COVID tests in my nostril, just from shooting movies this year and going different places. So it's all good. It's all
right.
good.
That's good to even have the aspiration. A lot the lady that was on before you, we talked about speaking those things as though they were. And all you had to do is, say it, believe it, and work towards it, and it'll manifest. And so, as like you said, as uh, a young person, you didn't have no backup plans. This is all you wanted to be. It was a comedian.
Right.
And good thing you had parents that didn't deter you from that.
But they did though.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no one said you gonna be the best comedian ever. Not none of them. But I ain't care though, because I understood at a very early age that you out here on your own. So your parents can't save you, can't nobody. So I had to start thinking about me like hard. What I'm gonna do when I leave the house? You know, a lot of kids. I wanted to be emancipated at 15. Like so my life is a lot different than I ain't sell drugs. I ain't joined a gang. I ain't been arrested. I ain't been to jail. Like I just want to be a comedian since I was little. Like I going to jail wasn't my it wasn't like something I was like, well, I'm gonna go to jail, get some street cred. I don't need it. It's cool. My mouth, my intelligence, my God is taking me everywhere, And I think that's the spirit you should have, man. I thank God. I don't think it's me. I don't think that I'm lucky. I'm uber blessed, even when I shouldn't be. I'm blessed for my obedience, even when I'm disobedient. I would tell anybody starting anything, new or old, man, get your relationship together with Christ. Um, put him first. And I've never worried about how money come in because I tithe twice a month. Like I know I get paid from the radio station, but I get movies and comedies. Like it just come because I give. I'm a giver. So as a servant, the Bible say the righteous will never be forsaken. So I just concentrate on my relationship with Christ, make sure I can give my wife some of it. And then everybody else is a bonus.
Wow, that's good. Um, Something else that you said. The one part that's really, really good is, have your relationship with God because we can't do nothing without Him. You can't even look for any type of success, even in, health wise, any of that.
I
Um,
needed peace my whole life. I saw I had a lot of unrest. So the peace that I get from God is very important to me. It's the peace of not worrying about what I'm gonna pay for tomorrow and have to that peace, where I'm gonna live, where my kids going. Like that piece is valuable to me. So God always put me in position with people to keep my peace. Like, Erica Campbell is one of the most Jesus-y persons I ever met in my life. And I need that. I've needed that. Why haven't I been around Jesus-y people for reals? And uh God'll just it's your latter years, man. I just feel like I'm better now at 50 than I was at 20, than I was at 30. I ain't 50 yet, but I might as well start claiming it
saying
now because
it, right?
everybody else is scared of it. It's the homies half a hundred. That's what I keep telling everybody. The homie turning half a hundred. Uh um so at 50, I'm more clear, I'm more attentive, I'm more aware. I've developed and learned how to let things go. Everything don't piss me off like it used to decades ago. Like, so my peace is important.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that I'm definitely into, guarding my peace at all costs. When you've been around the craziness, the foolishness for so long, you see it coming, you know, yeah, if you bringing
I know
drama,
all the red flags. I don't even. You got 2 sentences. I know who you are, your whole everything. 2 sentences. It's worked for me my whole life. I have amazing discernment, um, and I see everything. I'm very attentive. You can't run it on me.
right?
you you can run it on somebody else, but you can't run it on me, dog. Especially not with no words. Especially not with saying, "Hey, man, I be listening to everybody's spiel. Everybody got a spiel. A waitress, flight attendant, insurance person, real estate person. Everybody got a spiel, and what you buying into is that person's spiel. And I'm really hard on people who got spills. I'm listening to when you pause. I'm listening to when you say, how many times you say, in my mind, I'm counting all the uhs and ums because it really means you're not certain. Somebody that's certain speaks effortlessly and they don't have to go, but I'm very certain and I'm very accurate with my times and my numbers. I'm probably a little autistic on the scale, autism, because I'm really fond of numbers. Like I really have a great. It sucks sometimes, but I got an awesome memory.
That's good. I think also at this moment of growth, as you say, half of a century,
Half a
is
hundred. I ain't say
half of,
half a
oh,
century. You
sorry.
said that.
All right. So same thing being, we're looking at everything happens for a reason and everything is timing. Now that we can appreciate some of the things we went through, did we want to? Did we like it? Heck no. But some of these things made us. And now, like, you're around Erica, who knows, you're so close, you probably can pray or have discernment to pick up on your spirit.
Well, my wife know Christ too. My wife is a praying woman. My wife go into a room and shut the door and pray for the family and like so. I'm surrounded by prayer warriors. I'm surrounded. My mama is a hard prayer. I'm just around people who know Christ, and it's better to be around them instead of people who just sell dope. I
Yeah.
got friends that used to sell dope and they don't sell dope no more per se, but they kind of really don't know how to do nothing else because they sold dope for so long. they trying to have a regular job, but it's tough because all the crack rock.
Well, now you have your moments of, I don't know if they your assignments or whatever you want to call it. Now they can look at you and be like, okay, eventually I can get to where Griff is.
You should strive to get to where you want to be. You don't want to be to where I am because it took so much. You don't just get to get the pie. You got to plant the seed, to get the tree, to grow the fruit, to make the apple, to have the money, to get the flour, to afford a stove. Like it's a lot. Like
Yeah.
so, just be the best you can be, and on your days that you can't be the best, don't be hard on yourself. How about
Yeah.
that? And that is my closing statement. I got a million things to do. You got a cruise to go on in Detroit. Everybody in Detroit, what up, though? Nothing but love for y'all. 313 forever.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
248 for the people in the yak.
Right. Well, thank you, Griff, for coming on. I appreciate it. I appreciate this being the 100th episode with you. Thank you so much. Again, enjoy your picnic today.
Yeah, enjoy your cruise with your husband and your mamas.
I sure am.
Tell them I said hello. Have an amazing weekend, my dear. You stay blessed.
All right, you too. All right, bye-bye.